Inter-Society hails court order on IPOB lawyer Ifeanyi Ejiofor, task AGF on C0URT. The International Society for Civil Liberties and Rule of Law, Inter-Society, has commended the Awka Federal High Court for granting interim reprieve to Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor, attorney to the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB. The order yesterday evening granted by the Federal High Court, Awka in Anambra State, for maintenance of the status quo with a firm warning to all the security agencies, including the Nigerian Police Force and their agents or private, to the arrest of Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor pending the hearing and determination of the originating motion on notice is very commendable, saying we specifically commend Mr. Justice Kadri of Court 2 for this interim reprieve on the embattled lawyer's fundamental right to life, liberty, personal dignity, fair hearing, personal security, safety, and security. Inter-Society said Saturday in a statement released from its headquarters in Onitsha, Eastern Nigeria. The group, in the statement signed by principal officers Chinwe Umechi Esquire, Obianuju Igweli Esquire, and Emeka Umwagbalasi, advised the Attorney General of the Federation, AGF Abubakar Malami SAN, to discontinue the trial of Sahara Reporters publisher Omoyele C0URT through a null prosecution. It must be pointed out that Nigerians are not interested in the Attorney General of the Federation taking over from the SSS and continuing the phantom prosecution of Comrade Omoyele C0URT and others like him facing clear and undeniable state persecution in the country or any part thereof, but to act humanly, humbly, and learnedly, even though grossly belated, by taking over and discontinuing such phantom trials, Inter-Society said. According to it, despite being grossly belated, the AGFC played to the gallery, went round the circle to compound the issues and postpone the evil day. A saner, lettered, learned, cerebral, and democratic AGF would have, in the midst of all these national confusions and crossroads, addressed a word press conference announcing the takeover and discontinuation of the litany of such phantom trials and apologized to Nigerians and members of the international community with a firm promise of policy reversal. Even during the country's military's inglorious epoch, Abdulsalam Abubakar did the same, leading to military exit in May 1999. In the instance case, therefore, there is no difference between the action of the AGF and the provision of Section 1741B. The quoted paragraph empowers the AGF to take over and continue any such criminal proceedings that may have been instituted or undertaken by him or any other authority or person. That is to say that there is nothing new in the action of the AGF. This is more so when all the ongoing criminal prosecutions or trials in Nigeria, particularly those undertaken by the federal government, are under the watch and control of the AGF. Without him, none can go on. History will never forget and shall forever condemn and be unkind to Professor Yemi Osinbajo and his cohort who propounded the hate speech terrorism in Nigeria, upon which the country's coercive agencies have wantonly cashed in to rain violence, abuses, and violations on innocent and defenseless Nigerians, particularly rights activists, lawyers, journalists, writers, and bloggers. Terrorist, treasonable felonies, and insurrections are not defenseless citizens who disagree with government using their brains, reasoning, pens, papers, and computers, but are those armed persons who routinely and unchecked massacre hundreds of soldiers and thousands of defenseless citizens, including mourners, worshippers, and rural dwellers, Inter-Society concluded. So guys, one thing about this country is that, we thank God that there are some people who still know this law, because some people will just come and interpret the law upside down, and if they don't see people that will challenge them, and that's it, and they will be quoting the law upside down, most especially those who are not even inclined as far as the law is concerned. They will just like, oh, it is written in the constitution. And that's why you see that, there's always this back and forth. Some people have to argue some things beyond reasonable doubt, that no, you are not supposed to do this. And just like they are saying that the AGF on the case of Ejiofor, of course, that is the normal way to do, but there are ways to do it that it will be more credible. And they're still telling him that he should just hands off and he should just do the needful, because they are trying to compound to the whole thing. And they have to have just come out to make a press statement. They will not. Even the president, have you ever heard him? So they are towing the same line. This arrogance that there's nothing they can do. The only thing they can just do is just to talk and talk and talk. And concerning again the Ifeanyi Ejiofor too, they are commending the action of the judge, concerning the concerning what he said and how to go about a Ejiofor pending the hearing and determination of the originating motion on notice is very, very commendable. And they should just do the needful. They should just do the needful. Most of the time, these people know what to do, but they don't just want to do it. And just like I said, even when they try to quote the law, left, right, and center, people like us who don't even know the law, in total, we try to reason it from the moral aspect or the way things ought to be. And by the time those lawyers even come, they try to still justify it. But if you don't have people that will be able to back all of these things up, or to challenge some of this action by even these government officials, and they will be quoting the law upside down. And the ones who, there are some of them who even know the truth, they will not want to speak, because they don't have the courage to speak, because of intimidation, because of harassment. They will just prefer to keep quiet. But the ones that are bold, they will come out and say things the way they are. It is not everybody you can box. It is not everybody you can cage. No matter how they still feel about Nigerians, we still have a lot of Nigerians who will still come out and defend what is defendable, that will say things the way they are. It is not everybody that is afraid. It's not everybody that is gullible. It is not everybody that is selfish. It is not everybody that is just just take things just like that because you have the power to intimidate others. Some people, irrespective of what will happen, do it to them, but they still have to speak that truth in the face of challenges. So kudos to them, and kudos to those who are still speaking. And just like they said, people who are coming out using their brain, telling and pointing out your mistakes, your errors, you term them, you charge them for treasonable felony, you say this and this and that. But the ones that go about every day, and like I said, you talk about the DSS, they will tell you, oh, they have intelligence gathering, this and this and this and that. And they see people who are doing all manner of things, who are going about day in, day out, taking people's life, yet you don't do anything, you don't get information. And all of these things happen every day. All of these things happen day in, day out. And it's a free fall. You don't gather intelligence, whatever. But when it comes to people who are speaking to the power, who are speaking the truth, those are the people that you want to exercise your power. What do you need to do? It's just like you see an ant and you are carrying an hammer to kill very little ants. And when you see maybe wild animals, you'll be running away. But when you see an ant that you can just use your hand to just shift it to this side, you just want to bring all manner of equipment to fight very little ants. So does that really make sense? And that is what they are always doing. Anytime they see people who are harmless, who cannot even who are not even committing, who are not taking people's life, those are the people you see that security agencies will always want to show their power. Where they are supposed to show their power, they won't go there. Then they see all of those people with the way people have been crying about and confirming this Fulani Esme. What have they done about it? Nothing. And when it comes to farmer and herders too, recently a farmer was jailed because he killed cows off a herder that brought his cows into his farm and ate up all his crops. And he killed them out of anger because it has been happening. What did they do? Within how many minutes, how many days, they jailed the farmer. But every day by day, we've not heard about Fulani Esme being jailed or being arrested. Even the ones they will arrest, at the end of the day, they will release them. They will tell you they have repented. Or the so-called Boko boys, they will recruit them back into into army, and those ones they will still grow, and that's why you see that there's no progress in all these soldiers fighting all these Boko boys, because how are you sure that these people, they genuinely repented? How are you sure? Even if they genuinely repented, are they supposed to be recruited back into army? No. So that is what this inter-society is talking about. Those who are committing havoc day in, day out, you don't go after them. But anyone who's making, telling, putting it to you, bringing out your errors, your mistakes, those are the ones you always charge with all this big offense. So guys, that is just my own opinion, and it's a welcome development that we still have people who are still talking in the midst of intimidation and harassment. So guys, leave your comments in the comment section. Thank you very much. Bye.